Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is ManTheMaker, and welcome back to Alpha Centauri Alien Crossfire. We are Shen-ji Yang, and unfortunately, I had a bit of a snag in the last episode. Or in this episode, it recorded without any sound. I don't know what happened, and so I'm gonna give a little bit of commentary on top of it, as I've recorded a bunch of episodes. All the other audio works no problem, but yeah. So instead of going back I did a long session, so instead of going back and redoing everything, I'm just going to give commentary over it. So, what's going on? I mean, we are in a very nice, commanding lead right now. We're pretty strong, ahead of everybody. We've infiltrated the data networks of Zakharov up here, so we can actually look into their base, and it's a very nice base. And I've definitely got my eyes on the future possibilities of attacking into it at some point. When, I don't know. I mean, we'd have to shift our production quite substantially over into military, which I'm not quite ready to do, and I don't know what I'm doing right now. What am I looking for? Oh, ECM. Their units are all ECM, which I couldn't find at the time, but I did remember. I know. I'm just looking and trying to figure out exactly what talents do, and they don't do anything except offset drones. But I did notice that all of their military units had ECM, which gives a bonus against fast units, speeders, and hover ships, hovercraft. So we're just going to go ahead and try and figure out if these talents do anything in particular. I eventually figure out that they do not. Like I said, they just offset drones. So yeah, we are in a very nice place. We have integrity. Our might is unsurpassed. 70 planetary council votes. Don't know how that stacks up because we haven't met everyone apparently, and we can't see or have elections just yet. But that potentially should be happening soon. Kind of looking around now, checking out where we can expand to in the future, and all those areas I just indicated too is both threats. We've got in this area, this thing, which is kind of terrifying to me. We've also been attacked by Miriam. The last episode, we kind of snubbed that attack quite handily, and I would love to expand to where I'm pointing right now, but that, I forget what it's called, Hive or something, is definitely in the way of that fertile terrain. And there's the remains of Miriam's attacking force, but not something that we are going to worry about right now. She doesn't have anything that we can attack on land, so no need to really worry about that. This city, it's got 2 wonders in it. It's quite large, and I would definitely love to take it. Heavily defended, as you can see. It's got quite a bit of defenders, all ECM, all 3 res as well, which is the same defense that we have. And is at least, I think, equivalent to our attacking power. I think we are up to 4. And right here, I'm going to go digging for the ECM, and I don't find it. But because I was looking for electronic countermeasures, and it turns out it's actually, I can actually point to it. Not here, ManTheMaker. It's not armor either. Go ahead. All right, I'll give you permission. Go ahead and look. It's not there. Come on, one more click, we can do it. Special abilities. So it's actually the comm jammer which gives it to that. 50% bonus against units with more than 1 movement, I believe. Though I don't think it works against aircraft. So at this point I'm like, okay, if we ever do go to war, we shouldn't be building fast units to attack them. That will not help. And I'm gonna continue to try and find it. We don't have it, so I wasn't going to find it there. But I will figure it out at some point. So, I mean, overall, we are basically we're building. We're just building up. We're getting sea formers up. We've got our first naval base. Or not naval base. Sea colony, I guess I should say. We've got lots and lots of terraformers out doing all kinds of things, making our cities all much nicer, which makes me very happy. A couple of cities are doing really, really well. which we'll get to. And you can see down there, we're actually not ahead in technology, nor military, nor wealth. Zakharov is in the lead for tech, which is the only thing I'm concerned about. The bigger military, yeah, we're at war with her, but she would have to do a pretty massive naval invasion. And I frankly don't think that the AI is that capable of doing that at the moment. You can see Morgan over here, who's in, I think, last place and doing quite poorly. And then over here is Deirdre, who is our closest competitor, but we are friends right now. So not really something that I'm going to concern myself with. I mean, with the amount of cities that we have, as long as we keep just doing things, we're going to do splendidly. And here we go. We're just going to start building biology labs everywhere that we can. We're going to start, here I realize, okay, we can build a Hive complex. We're size 6. It'll come in handy at some point. Fairly soon. I mean, we're only growing by 1, so it's actually not that useful at the moment. And I think I'm debating whether I should be getting it now, especially as we are actually losing money at the moment, which is why I think I decided, hey, you know what? Let's make a probe team here. We've got University Base right next to us. They are ahead of us in tech. Why not send a probe team over there? So, we're just going to be dealing with some drone riots, as you can see, which is very frustrating. And around this point in the game, especially as we continue to build more cities, we're just going to be getting more and more drone riots, which I'm guessing we had some here, and we've since finished it. This city is in terrible shape. It really needs some assistance from some terraformers, which I will be doing. We've gone and built our next C-former, our second one, I think, which is really nice because C-tiles can be so good. They can be really fantastic for what they give you. Fantastic food, fantastic energy, okay minerals. Not really something you want to be building is the mines for cities that have access to land, because you can get much better mining in those kinds of locations. But it's necessary for these sea colonies, as they have no way of getting minerals. And this, I'm just going to take a look. See, okay, there's a bunch of tiles that we can improve. I think I just cleared fungus there. So I'm probably just going to be building, I don't know, a farm and solar panel at some point. I think that's about right. We've got ourselves a biology lab. We're on that trek right now. We're building research hospitals and biology labs all over the place. Here I'm like, I should just preemptively get this research commons up, because I'm sure it's going to kick in like it has in this place. Even with that recreation commons, they're still upset. So we do have the hologram theater. I'm not positive I noticed it actually at this moment. I don't think I did. So we do take that off, and I'm just like, wait, there's got to be something I can do, and I don't do it. And I do at some point eventually realize that I can build the hologram theater, so don't worry about that. I'm sure if I didn't do this voiceover here, somebody would be yelling to themselves, man, the hologram theater, build the hologram theater. But thankfully I'm able to do that myself, preemptively blocking you guys from doing that. And I'm sorry about the lack of music as well in the background. But that's just how it's gonna have to be, I suppose. Just this one episode. Things do get better in the next one, and I can't remember actually if anything major happens in this episode. It might. Big things might be happening, but you'll have to stick around and watch if you want that to happen. And hopefully my unceasing talking here, just spewing out the words, will keep you entertained enough. So here we are. We are our first probe team build. We are going to probably try and procure research data. We'll give him, if detected, justification to move against us. Very high probability of happening. We get advanced subatomic theory, which is very nice. There's that comm jammer. And here is when I'm like, oh, of course, the comm jammer. Put 2 and 2 together. Figure out that's what what you need to get the ECM, as well as... Oh, I'm actually letting it read. I should actually read this. The substructure of the universe regresses infinitely towards smaller and smaller components. Behind atoms, we find electrons. Behind electrons, you get the idea. Skunkworks eliminates additional cost to prototype units. I will probably be building that somewhere at some point in one of my high production bases, as it can save some time, and there's really no downside to it. So I don't think I'm going to look at that. We do get promoted. We do get complete. And Zakharov declares war on me. So I didn't expect him to just immediately do that right off the bat. I didn't remember that if they catch you, that they do that. And I guess I didn't care that much. But now I realize that I'm not super prepared for defense. So I'm like, all right, I better upgrade some of my units immediately, at least on the front, because right now they're all synth metal, which is, not that great. We do have better at the moment, essentially. So I'm like, all right, I've got a little bit of money. Let's go ahead and spend it. Got these ECM models up in the front in case they come flying out here. I'm going to upgrade a few of them, I think, spending a good chunk of my money. This time I just get trance. I think I was a little bit sloppy with what I was doing. But the 3 res sentinels. It's like, why would I do that when I can just upgrade them to somebody who's got a gun as well? So let's do that. That way if they move out, we can at least, poke them if there is a vulnerable unit in our face. I also think I should probably retreat these guys. I'm going to go and send them out somewhere else for the time being. At least until the front is established, I don't have that many units. Definitely not a lot of aggressive units. I think I've got 1 impact speeder. And I think also at this point I realize I've forgotten about forests and how useful they are, and then proceed over the next 3 episodes to call them farms every time when I mean forests. I do correct myself usually, but I do call them farms. And I want to look and see, okay, where's the 1 military unit, the 1 aggressive unit that I have? I know I've got 1. And I do have that impact speeder, but you can't actually jump to them here, because this is an overview, and you can't select the actual units. I'm like, crap, where is he? And I don't actually know. So I start clicking around, and there he is. Having just moved him there, I do believe. And I realize, okay, don't have a whole bunch of military units that I can use for aggression, at least. I end the turn too soon. It's always interesting. This has happened once before where I lost the audio. And when I did what I'm doing now, I talk so much. I talk so quickly because instead of thinking about what I'm doing, I'm always 1 step behind trying to keep up. And I think I build a road there and then we get bombarded by artillery. And I'm like, crap, we don't have any artillery, and then they destroy our children's creche, which is quite annoying. Miriam loses a unit there, which does make me happy. Socialism tunnels here built me a network node, but I'm like, you know what, we got to get some military units in some of these places, even if it takes support for them. It's still, I think, something that we need. We need to just get more military units out, and we're gonna have to suffer that support hit, that -1 mineral to a bunch of bases, but we just don't frankly have the choice. I get very nervous over here. I know he's got a lot of units in university base. Most of them are defensive, but it's still haven't had a war in this game in years, in real life terms. I think I've played it 5 years ago was the last time I played, and so I start to sweat a little bit, and we're gonna have our units kind of chill out a little bit. Might move him back And we are going to send some probe teams up. I realize getting to University Base is difficult, but Baikonur, up in the northeast, possibly easier. Got a bunch of guys building roads. I think about sending him back, but I'm like, I should just attack this guy right now. And it works out really well. I actually lose very little. So I'm going to send my only military unit back in that direction. Got a trans scout rover, who I'm then going to do his job, use him for his job, and send him on out. So I realize, okay, I need military units, I think, is what I end up building here. I say, okay, what do we got? We only have impact, which is a 4 attack, and they've got 3 defense, which is not very good when you're attacking. I don't think they have any perimeter defenses, which helps, but still, just being in a city gives you a big bonus. We have drone riots in Fellowship City, which is annoying. 2 people are pissed off. I'm like, damn, you guys are real upset here. Probably because there are enemy units hereby, and I decide, okay, these are just formers. I can attack even if I don't have weapons, and I realize that's actually not a very good idea. They still have 1 defense, and I use my probe team to attack here, which isn't the greatest of ideas because you can use military units to attack probe teams when it's in war. I also spot their artillery there, and I'm like, I want to kill that thing, but it's going to be difficult to do because they've got all of this fungus in the way, which is very annoying. So, yeah, we are starting to put out some impact infantry, and I'm like, you know what? We're at war. Let's go all in. Let's get some tech. We've got a pretty quick tech rate, and we should be able to get something, hopefully, that will help us in this war. I'm thinking, how can I get to that artillery piece? And yeah, I can't. We got 3 defensive units here, and I'm like, you know what, that's enough. Let's start getting a little bit of infrastructure going on here. Get the recreation commons, because everybody's getting upset. Get the recycling tanks. Pretty standard start, especially when you're at 3 population already. The recreation commons becomes useful very quickly. I think if we grow to 4, people get upset. But we do have actually quite a bit of military units there. And I say, oh, there's only 1 guy defending this base. Let's send one of you back. Okay, I guess I didn't go and defend that. I've got all these formers. I'm like, what can I do? What can I do? We've got some tiles that could be improved over here, and I guess I go and do that. I canceled what he was doing, and then I'm like, okay, let's put him back. So that is done. We got a kelp farm. Massive food coming out of there now. This place is going to grow like crazy. I'm like, ooh, when that aqua farm comes up, even better. But I also realize we're going to need that recreation commons very quickly. Very quickly we're going to need that up. So I put that ahead of the aqua farm. Just because we're going to be growing so fast. And I think I put a mine there. Can't quite see nor remember, but it's pretty irrelevant, I guess. Gonna keep having sea colony pods come out of this base. It's a pretty bad base. It's also unimproved, so it being a colony pod farm works for me. Here I'm like, okay, this place has got terrible tiles that I have not improved. And yeah, we get bombarded. That's going to be a common thing. We actually get attacked, which was surprising. And they make the mistake of moving a bunch of probe teams in front. Severe hailstorms destroy all solar collectors near the coming of the Lord. So God is not happy with the Miriam, and the Lord has came with hail. Realize how that sounds. But yeah, no apologies. Just gonna move forward. No regrets. Here I'm like, okay, well, this is a very nice base. I am very happy with it. It's growing very quickly. It's got a lot of production. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get a command center. We're going to probably want to get some units out in this place. Just because we need them. We're at war with a direct neighbor. You know, it's not like Miriam, who's far away, doesn't have a direct land connection with us. This guy is right up in our face with some of our core cities as well. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and improve that. Again, that city, Sea Collective, is going to grow like crazy once both of those are farmed up. It's just going to be insane. Add in the kelp. It's really big things are going to be happening. So I'm like, do I want to do this? Put it there. And I say yes. It's going to be even more improved pretty soon. And now I realize I can just attack those probe teams. Just without using my own probe teams. So I say, hey man, go for it. Absolutely do it. Got a probe team there. I'm risking him up. I probably could have just moved him to the monolith next door, which I do not do. Same thing with that. I mean, I'm surrounded by monoliths. I should really be taking advantage of their healing abilities. I think we build a road here. Want to have that city connected. It is on the front. We finished our second three res, and I'm going to do the same thing here that I did in the other base on this out in these frontier territories that we've got. I am going to want to expand out even further west at some point, but for now, I'm happy to build up my cities, expand out into the sea, and just terraform the hell out of everything. Which is what we're going to do. I've got that one terraformer all the way on the west there, just to west of where we just moved, and I believe he's building sensors, because that's going to be quite useful in detecting things that come. They do unfortunately destroy 2 boreholes that I started with. Oof, and here we go. Resonance Laser 6 attack. Really, really good. A huge boost to what we have now. We've got a 4 attack, and Resonance also does something special. I'm going to actually pause it here, I think. No, it's too late. I should really be reading this because I let them say it. I'll go ahead and read it. I saw the alien phalanx coming towards us, and I calmed my mind as Krillon had taught me. And what I saw next to the phalanx was a shadow regiment, half formed from the resonance around them. I cursed the aliens. With power like that, each one could fight as many, and I thanked Planet for sending us the betrayer. The question is, did I pause it? I think I did. Yep. Prophet Shadon, the betrayer, and I. We get resonance lasers. As laser and a powerful disruptive force on a local resonance field, base attack factor is 6 and gains 25% bonus when engaging in a psi attack. So it's good. It's real good. Soporific gas pods, also really, really good. Units equipped with it reduce enemy morale by 2 when attacking. I think that gives, I don't know, 25%, 12% difference in their combat bonus. And we get Spore Launcher, which is a psi artillery. Not going to worry about that. And here I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take a look because I'm going to want to give that to something. I'm pretty sure I do. I give it to the R Laser Squad. Give them that soporific gas pods, please. I find it to just be really, really powerful. That's new in Alien Crossfire. New to me. I don't remember it. And it's just really damn good. We also figure out that Miriam has sent some speeders out into my territory once again. Right now we're like, okay, we're going to need to build some of these gas laser infantries. Yes, please. Thank you. Retool it. I don't care. They're so much better. It's worth the time. So go ahead. Here I'm like, I better get the heck out of here. So I go and do that. A lot of farmers concentrated in this area, and I'm like, all right, well, let's, our capital needs help. Let's go ahead and help them. This place has a road already. You can't actually really see it. We're not at war with the Spartans, so I'm like, I guess we haven't met the Spartans. No, this was the first meeting. I swore I had met them previously, but I guess I just got a map that included their territory. And she wants bioadaptive resonance, and I say, you know what, you're pretty weak, and you're not close to me. I'll give it to you. I'll be friends with you. And I think that's all I do. We are both at war with Miriam, but not interested. Not really interested. I'm not really interested in trading technology either at this point. Because I have planetary data links. So if everyone gets 3 techs, I get it for free, which has yet to trigger, I think. Or it triggered the turn that I built it. I remember at one point I said to myself, how did I got 3 techs in one turn? And I was like, what the hell happened? That must have been it. That must have been it. It's silly of me. So now I think to myself, all right, I got these probe teams. I should send them out. And you know what? I will send them out. So I'm going to take a risk that they don't come out here and attack me. And I'm gonna send them down right there. And next turn, maybe we can move into Baikonur. Look at how easy it would be to get there. I realize it's not going to be easy. I do consider kind of moving up a little bit. Or rather, I do move up a little bit. I get a little bit close, but he's definitely... There's no way I'm going to catch him. He's way too fast, so... Take a look. We've got our prototype coming out. Seeing where I'm going to be improving. I say, you know what? These cities up here need a lot more. They're growing much quicker. Except for that one. He's starving. Because of the massive riots going on over there. I think we're going to just pop down a solar collector or something over here. I believe that's what I do. Yeah, unfortunately I'm going to have to move all of those guys back, and we'll go ahead and end the turn. Getting bombarded, yep. We do get attacked by their probe team, but actually win, which is quite nice. They were starting to build a research hospital. Got things in the production queue, but I think I still like to kind of go in and take a look. Maybe I do, maybe I don't here. I do, but I don't change anything. And we've met everyone. We can now convene the Planetary Council to vote upon planetary policies. I don't know how I stack up at this point. But do I decide to do it right away? I mean, we're at war with 2 people. They're definitely not going to vote for me. Most people will probably vote for themselves. We don't have any packs, so nobody will... I don't think anybody will vote for me. So I'm like, maybe I won't do it. Maybe I will do it. And I say, you know what? Screw it. We are the largest. And the only other person who actually votes is Lau. And he votes for himself, and we can beat him. Lau gets a bonus because of his faction. I think he got 50% more votes on the council, and we're still topping him, which is really nice. Once we get the Empath Council, the Empath Guild from Zakharov. Apologies. Once we get the Empath Guild, I think that also gives you a bonus 50% to your votes. So that'll basically shore us up unless everybody hates us. Which may happen as we just become incredibly strong. We might turn a lot of people against us. Which is fine, honestly. I mean, at a certain point, if our massive unparalleled growth continues, we may just turn to conquest and attempt to kill everyone. That's we'll see. I mean, if we just get so overbearingly powerful... oh, well. You've now seen my secret. That's the end of the episode. This is how I stop recording. I do use QuickTime, as you can now see, as I am on a Mac. Headaches for days when it comes to recording games, I have to say, but I do appreciate it for the work that I do outside of this. But I digress. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I hope the lack of sound and me constantly scrambling to catch up was not too egregious. And yeah, let me know in the comments how I did, because I've only done it once before. It's a bit difficult for me, I think, in comparison. And yeah, please let me know how I did, if you can. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. My name is ManTheMaker. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful day.